Smash Bros. Had released, Pokemon Let's Go was out, not a creature was stirring in the entire eShop. We went downstairs, we heard a rustle and a tumble, and appeared 5 games for us to consider. None of that rhymes, but you get the drift. It's pre-holiday time, and there are a few games still releasing and being announced for Nintendo Switch. And this week, it's a small one, but we still have some. So we've got 5 brand new games. Gabe, I just feel like this is a very calm week. Smash Bros. is in the rearview mirror. The holidays, like the snow is falling. Christmas shopping should be hopefully wrapping up or ramping up, depending on how you do things. And now we just get 5. It's actually a pretty good list this week.
Zach, I kind of felt weird because I saw my home screen for the Switch and I saw Pokemon Let's Go and Smash right next to each other. And I remember just, mere 1 year ago, I was going to say mere months ago, 1 year ago, I was so excited for those games. And not that I'm not excited now. The games are out. I can play them. But, yeah, they're just here now. And the rest of the year is probably going to be slow as far as announcement goes. But you're right. We still have some. So let's get to them.
And also, today's my birthday.
Oh, so, sure. Technically, yes.
If you thought this was a slow, low week,
you have reminded us so much that it's your birthday on videos.
You have been mistaken. The Nintendo Switch Online service is coming down to celebrate my birthday. There's only a couple of announcements this week. They got a bajillion games releasing today.
You got to make sure everybody knows it's your birthday.
It's a big day. I think Reggie's probably celebrating. Him and Jeff Keighley, they're like, you know what? The Game Awards doubled viewership. That's nothing compared to Zach from Switch Force turning 29. I'm an old boy, so let's get through these games so I don't pass before we make it through all 5. The first one is Donut County. Donut County is coming to Nintendo Switch on December 18th, $12.99 on the eShop. It's also coming to Xbox One as part of their Winter of Arcade promotion. Nintendo doesn't have a promotion, but we'll call this Cool Cat Christmas on Switch because they have so many games coming this December. Now, this is a very, very beloved indie game from Ben Esposito, and I've seen some people say it's one of the best games of the year. It came out on PS4, Steam, GOG, and iOS, and you are a whole. So this is something that I probably want to check out, given that I missed it everywhere else.
You control a hole. That is something that doesn't happen very often in video games. You're just kind of sucking up all kinds of objects, even buildings, animals. There's a ton of stuff that you're just making sink into you for some reason. I don't know what's behind it. Annapurna is publishing. They've done a really good job recently with some really quality indie games, and this one's cool. I mean, and if it's a part of a Microsoft sanctioned insert time of year of arcade thing, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Oh yeah, it's very, very well done and been very well received. And $12.99 is a pretty happy pre-Christmas price after you've spent on all of your loved ones. Next up, we've got Gunman Clive, the entire series, coming to Switch. Now, these were platformers in the Mega Man style on 3DS and Wii U. They also were on mobile, but they were very cheap. They were only a couple of bucks. So now they're bringing the Gunman Clive HD collection to Switch, and it should be pretty cheap. They're pretty cute. They're pretty clever, and they have a very nice hand-drawn, painterly Western art style.
I love Westerns. Don't love mobile games, so I'm kind of at a crossroads here. I got to figure out which feeling overtakes me there. Is it going to be my love for something or my hate for something?
Yeah, he said he's had the port, the creator, his name is, forgive me, Bertil Horberg. He says he's had it ready for almost 2 years, but he finally did the final fixes, and he submitted it to Nintendo, and it should be on Switch very soon. And if you're into Mega Man or just clever little games, hopefully they retain their price points, and you can grab these for very cheap. Let's go back to before the Wild West. Let's go back to when metal robots ruled the world. Metal Slug 5 coming to Switch on December 13th, today. Wow. Every game. Are you sure that Animal Crossing isn't releasing today?
Pretty sure.
Luigi's Mansion 3?
No, I'm pretty sure your birthday is not that important that they're going to release Animal Crossing.
Just wait till next year, Gabe. This year we get $7.99 Metal Slug 5 as part of the Arcade Archives Neo Geo collection. Next year, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Okay.
Hey, 13 is a very dastardly number for a lot of people, including Luigi, so I'm expecting that one to come true. But this is interesting because a new Metal Slug was announced very recently. We covered that on a previous New Week Games show, and this one gives us a lot of arcade action from the past for a reasonable price, as we've come to expect for these Arcade Archives titles.
Yeah, for sure. I don't get to play a ton of them, but I know that a lot of people do enjoy them, and they are a blast from the past, so why not?
Good co-op action. Metal Slug's pretty fun. Jake and I have played a number of them over the years, in our yesteryears, back when I wasn't so old. And so this definitely is a quality title. I don't know how 5 compares to the rest of the franchise, but Metal Slug in general, pretty good.
Are you telling me that you can't rank the Metal Slug games in order of quality?
It's one of my weaknesses. I cannot rank the Metal Slug series. I am definitely a chump when it comes to Metal Slug sorting, but I'm not a chump when it comes to monster slaying. I got really into Monster Hunter World earlier this year, and it really had me excited for where they decided to take the franchise on Switch with the inevitable exclusive title. Dauntless is a game that riffs on Monster Hunter and mixes it with some MMO-style gameplay, and it is coming to Switch sometime later next year. Now, it's a very nebulous date. This was actually announced at the Game Awards. We kind of missed it. It's coming to other consoles in the spring, but it's coming to the Switch later. So this one we don't have a whole lot of detail on, but it's a pretty cool game that I know is received decently well. I wouldn't say that this is like a gangbusters go crazy online title, but it is pretty cool. It's got a nice art style, and it does bring some of that Monster Hunter, I guess, loop into a modern game, and it could be another fun free-to-play online game for Switch.
This reminds me, and you're going to have to help me out here, because when we were watching the Game Awards, I thought about this game. You were really, really, really on board, and the game failed. It was post-evolve. Did it have Blood or Born in it? It wasn't Bloodborne. I know what Bloodborne is. Battleborn. Was that it? You remember that? Was that a game?
Battleborn?
Yeah, you remember that?
Like the 2K?
Yeah, it was like a hero shooter. The art style kind of reminded me of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of Battleborn vibe. I was very sad when Battleborn died. I was very sad when Evolve died. And it doesn't seem like Dauntless is dying, and it has co-op, and again, it's free, so it's on PC currently, PS4 in April, and it looks like it's Xbox Switch later on, whatever that means. But again, one to keep your eyes on. We're adding Smite. We've already got Paladins and Fortnite, so building up a nice little repertoire on your take with you wherever game console. Okay, we've got one more title for you today, and that is Omega Strike. This game is coming to Switch on Christmas Eve, keeping the theming, December 24th, and it's coming to you with a launch day discount. It's already on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. It is a Metal Slug-inspired game that also mixes in some Metroidvania, so again, everything's just really nice and laid out for us today. Explore a vast interconnected world with 7 unique areas, 3 playable heroes who each have their own special abilities. Swap your heroes at any time, search for hidden treasure, 12 bosses, 45 enemies, and a soundtrack by Ken Snyder.
Do you know who Ken Snyder is?
I mean, he's none other than AKA Coda of Scarlet Moon Productions.
Oh, okay. I don't have anything.
This looks you didn't expect that I was going to know that, did you?
This looks like Broforce. I mean, you don't know. I know you're reading, but I mean, regardless.
Yes. It's cool. Going to have a nice little discount when it starts off, 20%. And it is, again, like a Metroidvania mixed with shooty shoot action. Could be kind of cool, and it was pretty well received on other platforms.
Again, I'm glad that Nintendo is keeping the Metroidvania genre alive. Somehow they will not let it. Not a week
I love that we don't get Metroid.
Dude, not a week goes by that like at least 65 Metroidvanias don't get announced.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, just a small correction of myself. I guess the Xbox One version is also coming in April. I was mistaken. It's only the Switch version of Dauntless that is later in 2019, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, Metroidvania Week keeps the Metroid Prime 4 away. That's kind of what it seems like at this point. Hopefully 2019 will bring us more details. But Gabe, before we get there, which of these titles are you most excited for?
Probably Dauntless. It's the one I'm more likely to play here. Also, Donut County. I want to play as a whole.
It's got to be Donut County, just because that game it's received so much love And it's got like a really clever art style. There's a lot of really cool creatures, and it seems like such a simple game, yet it's received so much love that it's like one of the ones to play this year. And I am very impressed with what Annapurna is able to put out, going from a couple of years ago, like a complete unknown, to now they've got like Ashen and Donut County and quite a few very quality titles.
I wish Ashen were on Switch. Can I say that?
That would be, you can say that. That would be very nice. So Donut County for us, donuts for all, gluten-free donuts, I hope, so that they don't make me feel weighed down and bloated on my birthday. But thank you guys and girls so much for watching and being a part of this week's episode. Let us know which titles you're most excited for in the comments down below. There's only 5 to pick from, so you guys got this. I have faith in you, and I have faith in Gabe that he will be the best whole in all of America. In the meantime, though, have a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from the Switch and its weekly announcements. We've got you covered every week. Whether the list is a big hole, a little hole, or a hole in between, we've got the whole list for you. For now, thanks so much. Switch Force out.